What's up, dudes? I'm the 379th Villa. 379th Villain. No, I'm the 379th Hero. I'm not the 379th Villain. Anyway, today we are looking at all the Plains Villager skins building. I said I was going to do this in one video for all 4 types, but, that'll take too long. So we're doing 4 different videos for each. So here we are. These are... Oh, I can't push him. I thought I was... Wait, am I pushing him? No, I'm not. These are each of the villagers. So here we got the farmer right here. As you can see, trades don't seem to have changed. This guy right here is the Fletcher. Again, the trades seem to be basically the same. Fisherman. Again, I don't see much change in the trades. And the shepherd, yeah. And I think if you unlock trades with him, he gets you a whole bunch of different color pools if you want. There's the butcher, the leather worker. He looks really nice. I like his apron. This is the weaponsmith. He's selling an axe. This is a toolsmith. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. This right here is the armor, which I forgot about when I was doing the snapshot video. But here he is. Took me a little while to figure out how to summon one of these guys in. Apparently it's armorer. I put in armorsmith. This is the mason. No trades yet. This right here is my librarian. Fortune, you, sir, are great. Of course, that does equal total of 40 emeralds for Fortune 3. But still, at the same time, Fortune is actually pretty good, and I don't know what other enchantment he's got. So this is our cartographer, just some paper for an emerald, but he sells the maps as well. Cleric right here, typical stuff. Actually, those are terrible. I've seen clerics who sell an emerald for 8 gold. You suck. This right here is the nitwit. Nothing. He's useless. Okay, and then these are the structures. This is the little flower pot. It's just called accessory 1. And these are the 3 different animal pens. Now, this one, by looks of things, will have 2 animals. No, we'll have... There's a trees? There are target pools of trees. Target pool is Minecraft empty. So its attachment type is the building entrance. Huh. Turns into a gate. Huh. So, I think I kind of get this. This will turn into dirt. This will also turn into dirt. Village, plains, trees. I'd say that should be turns into grass, and this should be turned into dirt because, of course, there's a tree that's going on top of it. Anyway, over here, as you can see, we have a larger animal pen. There's one animal. There's a tree. I think this might be another animal. Yeah. And those can be any animals, I think. This right here will put in a decoration by the looks of things. This will have... That's for a building entrance again. And that is... Animals. That's a decoration of some sort. More animals. More animal. And decoration. So that's that, and this will turn into a decoration. Alright, so I'm starting to get these. Now this right here is, if I'm not mistaken, it is the armorer shop, which does not have a loot chest. Okay, sneeze almost came out, but it went away. This right here is, I'm trying to think of what this should be called, but my brain is not working. Hang on, I have a piece of paper with all this. This is the... I guess it's just called the big house. And I think... Maybe... Yeah, there is a loot chest, so we're just going to check that out, see what loot came in it. Oh, hello, thank you. Also, yeah, it was open. Okay. So that... apparently will summon in a villager up here. That'll also summon in a villager. And this, we just got some apples, some potatoes, some gold nuggets, and some bread. Kind of basic. But you know how it is. Over here we have the butcher. One of the 2 different butchers. And that will have an animal... a butcher animal specifically in there. And this will have... This is a smoker. It comes with the smoker. Yeah. And then, so that's our smoker. And then this right here is, by the looks of things, the other butcher shop, which does not have a chest in it either. This right here is the cartographer, as you can see by the cartography table, and it's just got a bunch of bread in the chest. Not that good. You'd think it would have, like, some sort of stuff related to cartography. Yeah, that makes sense. This right here is a fisher's cottage. As you can tell by all the barrels, which kind of right for fishing, but they kind of can store anything, I believe. None of them have their own loot tables, which is sad. That would be cool though if they all had their loot table. If one of them, they could randomly get loot tables. That'd be cool. This right here, Fletcher's house. By looks of things, no loot chest. This is the large farm, which has, by looks of things, carrots, beetroots, and wheat. I wonder if this gets randomized. I'm not sure. This is a library. This is like the larger library. Like there's two different libraries, and this one's the large one with a balcony too. Oh, this is nice, and it's got two lecterns. It's got some bookshelves. So yeah, it's nice. In here, this is a smaller library. So again, we got a balcony, which, I mean, balconies are cool. Let's be honest. This here is the mason's house, as you can tell by the stone cutter and the bit of clay in it. And this is the medium-sized house, which, by the looks of things, this is kind of just based off of the old type of house, like the old large house design. They used that. And this is the other type of medium house. It's a bit smaller, has a loot chest, got some apples, some potatoes, and a feather. I'm going to tickle some villagers with it. Okay, that was weird. This right here is meeting point 4. Don't ask why 4... See, 4 and 5 they put in houses, but 1, 2, and 3 are in a different group. They're in town centers. I don't know why. That's just how it is. In here, this is the shepherd's house. You can see it's got the looms. This will be a sheep. That'll be a sheep right there. And then these are looms, which, of course, already have functions. But no loot chest. Be great if they all had loot chests. This appears to be carrots. This is the small farm, which basically is the same design as it used to be. Kind of sad. I would have liked to see like a variant of this that has strip logs. I'd like to see that. That'd be cool. This right here is just a small house. This is another small house design, except it's clay, which is cool. This right here, another small house. This right here, another small house. I'm just checking inside to see if any of them have loot chests. Do not appear to hit. None of them appear to have loot chests. Oh, this one has a ladder leading up to a second level, which has a balcony. Okay. That's actually a pretty cool one, actually. This right here is another small house, as you can tell. And this is one with a... Ooh. I think we're done with the small houses. No, we're still in the small houses. There's like 8 of them. This one has a loot chest in it. More bread, more potatoes, some emeralds, and some apples. I mean, emeralds make sense because villagers trade with emeralds. Yeah, this is a small house which has water in it, which I'm holding back, by the way, with barrier blocks. It's kind of tall. But look at that. It's got, by the looks of things, it's got wheat at the sides here, which is pretty cool. It's got water in between the wheat, which I'm holding back with the barrier block, as you can see. This is, I believe, a tannery. No, this is a stable. This is stable 1. As you can tell, it's got a whole bunch of stuff here. This will get a animal. This will get a decoration, and that will also get an animal. So it's a nice little house. And then here we got, no, it's a stable. And then this is another stable. Kind of nice. It's made of clay rather than cobblestone. I quite like it. I quite like these two designs. They both look quite really nice. But this is the tannery, which I think is where the leather worker works. So Yeah, makes sense. See, it's a full suit of leather. Well, no. If that was boots, that would be a full suit. And this piece of bread. And, yeah, here is... I mean... Yeah. Be cool if it had a crafting table in it. This right here is the first temple design, which has a brewing stand. Because now you don't have to go to the nether to get a brewing stand, but you still have to go to the nether to use a brewing stand. Now, to get into this, apparently we need to go in through the top because of the jigsaw blocks all over the place. But yeah, this is the other temple. It's also got a brewing stand, which is there for some reason. I would have put it, like, here. Would have looked nicer than just off to the side, you know? But, you know, that's just me. And then here we go. This is the toolsmith's house. So you can see it's got the smithing table right here. All nice and stuff. I still don't know how these tables are going to be used. This right here is a grindstone. This is the weaponsmith, which basically looks exactly the same as the old blacksmith shop. It's got some iron. It's got a saddle, which is nice. And it's got some apples. Ah, there we go. Iron. Yeah, it's got the grindstone there, which is pretty cool. Like, I would have liked it. Oh, it's got a bit more of a roof here, and it's got a chimney on it, too, which makes it look a little bit nicer, in my opinion. These are just a whole ton of street stuff. These are, like, that's a corner. These are the 6 different types of crossroads. These ones are tiny. These are the 6 different types of straightaways. There's 6 of them. I don't know why. And this is apparently called a turn. And these are Terminators. No, not Arnold Schwarzenegger. That would have been awesome. And this is a fountain here. This is the well. This is called Meeting Point 1. This is Meeting Point 1 right here. It's a well. Now, I believe well bottom is the common thing, which we're not looking at because they're all the same for all the villagers. This right here, it's got a bell, which is not making a noise. Is it in my options? Is it in my options? Do I have to turn blocks up more? Or is it for some strange reason in music? No, it's not in music. I'm honestly confused. Why is it not playing the noise? It says it added the noise, and the only thing off is the music, and I just tried that. It's not in the music category, so I don't know what it is. So, yeah, this is meeting point 2, and this is meeting point 3, which is nice. It's got a nice tree in it. I really like this one. I don't get what this is. I mean, that looks like it would fall on you. I mean, it won't, but it looks like it will, which kind of unsettling. But, you know, it's cool. It's got these staircases around this tree in the middle with these torches. Now, here's the thing. What is the state of these leaves? Persistent, true. So, distance 3, persistent, true. Now, I think what that means is that these are leaves where if I break the logs, they're not going to decay. I'm not sure. And this is just the lamppost design, which has this at the bottom. It turns into an oak fence, empty. It's called the attachment type bottom, and it doesn't target anything. I just don't know why it exists like that then. But yeah, this was everything plains related. Now, I think these are villager. No, these are cats. These are cats. Oh, these are cats. These are cats. Cats will spawn on those. And then, ooh, do cats spawn on these? Yeah. Cats. Cats. Ooh. And then this is a cat's one as well. Oh, this one will spawn like 3 cats. Oh, nice. Is this cats? More cat. Ooh. So those are where the cats come in. Nice. Okay. Now, so this is these are everything in plains villages. Next, we're moving on to desert villages, which is going to take a little while for me to set that up. It took me a little while to set this up too, which is yeah, you can tell why. There's a lot of structures, although a good chunk of them are just streets. Like, look at that. Those are just streets. Just a ton of them. Like, what's this here? Oh, so what this is that is a house entrance. These are for decorations, I guess, around the edge of the street. this will go to another street. There, that'll go to another house, I suppose. Plains houses. That'll go to a house. Those will go to streets. Okay. So houses can attach to any of these points along here. This one appears to be shorter. That one appears to be really long. And then this is a funky looking one with okay, there's gonna be a decoration there. There's houses that can attach to either side of this. This is just another decoration. That's another decoration. House. That'll be a street, and that'll be a street. So this actually goes on to these go on to the end of streets, because I think that's what the Terminator thing means. It means it's where the road ends, and that's the end of the village. That makes sense. And some of these buildings look really nice. Like, I'm just gonna comment on a few things that are like this. This is definitely much improved over the old design. Like, you can tell this is based off of an old design. Like, everybody who plays Minecraft knows what this used to look like. Also, that turns into, I believe, stairs. Cobblestone stairs there. This clearly is a new thing. This, in my opinion, this looks so much nicer than the old church design. It looks a lot more elegant in a way. I don't know why it looks more elegant. It also looks more structural. I don't know. It just looked better, in my opinion. This right here, this is new. This is new. All of this is new stuff. It appears that they haven't moved the old small house designs over, which is kind of sad because I kind of like them. This right here is a really nice building. I quite like it. This right here, I like these. These are cool. I think, are these? No, that's a tree. That'll be a tree. That's a decoration. That's decoration as well. And that's another decoration. And that's decoration. And that'll be a decoration. So these are not finished structures. Like, that'll have a decoration on top of it of some sort. And this will attach to a building over here, I suppose. And then this guy right here, this is a new building. This is also a new building, I believe. No, this is based off of the old large house design, as you can tell. They still haven't put slabs here, even though I think it would make it look better there. And they haven't changed these to corner stairs. Come on! You had one job. Okay. This is new. This is new. This is a really cool one, in my opinion. This one looks great. The farm designs definitely weren't changed. This is pretty new, I believe. This is new. This is new. This is new. This seems to be somewhat based on, like, you can tell it's got this fenced-in yard here. It's got this counter here. Like, you can be a shopkeeper here. Oh, wow. Looks like I'm trying to play hide and seek. Yeah. But there's stuff added, like the smoker over here. You've got the dandelion in a flower pot. I'm not sure if it's always a dandelion or if they've got, like, some sort of randomness thing built in for that. That'd be cool if they did. This right here is, of course, new. But yeah, that's a pretty nice one. This one, I mean, it's missing a floor. But okay. This right here is definitely new. Like, most of these buildings are new. Actually, basically all these buildings are new. And there's some buildings which are just, I haven't come forward. Like the classic library design, that's gone. That's just completely gone. So, yeah, yeah. But I love the new villager skins. I love these new villages. But next video is going to be the desert village type. So, stay tuned for that. I'm not sure they've updated Savannah yet. And we are back in the desert with a bunch of desert villagers. There's a farmer, a Fletcher, a fisherman, the shepherd. Look at them. Butcher. Looks like they got bare arms, actually. I'm just going to say that right now. And that's the leather worker. He's wearing some gloves because he's got to work with leather, right? And this is the weaponsmith. He's still got his eye patch right there. This is the toolsmith right here. I like their hats too, though. Like, and here's the mason. He's got those goggles because he's got to work with stone cutters. He's got to cut the rocks, and that can produce sparks. So he's got to cover his eyes with the goggles, right? And then this guy right here. No, you're the armorer. You're the stone cutter. Why aren't you wearing goggles then, buddy? That's a librarian. That's a cartographer. He's still got his monocle, too, which is kind of cool. This right here is our cleric. He looks kind of... I don't know. He looks like he's got fat cheeks because of that coat. But it's not the cheeks. It's the coat. And here's the nitwit, who is useless, as usual. This right here, there's no accessory. There's no, like, flower pot thing, which kind of sucks. But, it's fine. This right here is the first animal pen, which will apparently spawn in one animal right there. And I think... Jungle wood fence gates. Sure. That's nice. Alright, you can't jump over fence gates. This is just another animal. Does not seem to be summoning in trees. I like how it's got the grass there. And I did these, like, I specifically, when I made the super flats, I specifically set the biome to desert for this. So, the grass and all that would be accurate. This right here is the... Flip the paper back over so I can read the stuff. This is the armorer, which is, you can tell, it's got the blast furnace, it's got these buttons, which, yeah. Now, this right here is the first thing where I think they screwed up when they were setting up all the files for this. This right here says it's the blacksmith in the code, but it is actually completely identical, as far as I can tell, to the weaponsmith. I haven't taken a completely close look at them, but the exterior looked so much like the weaponsmith. And also, there's another example of this sort of thing happening later. So, yeah. I think what happened is someone went and two people... So, I think what happened is they originally made this and they called it Blacksmith. And then there was a whole bunch of stuff. Because there's multiple people working. So, they all got doing their workstations. They got to merge it all together, right? So, someone grabbed all the code and they took this Blacksmith file, right, that this is stored as, into their thing, and then the other person who's making all the structures modified the name so it was weaponsmith, and then these two both came out identically, because, yeah. Then this right here is our butcher shop. There's only one butcher shop. This thing's absolutely tiny. You get some sort of animal there. There's a smoker. I think the butcher shop in the Plains Village was meant to be a social little thing. This is a cartographer house, which has stairs, which is cool. It's got this little cartography table. You go up here. Out here, you got a potted cactus. And then in here, you got a nice little room. And then you got stairs leading down around the back here. And this will summon in a cat, which is kind of cool, in my opinion. This right here is a small farm. And you might be wondering, what are these stalks? Well, these stalks here are melons. Both of them are. That's wheat. Man, I'm not even... And then that just happened. Well, let me just fix that quickly, because, we can't have that going here. This is a showcase. We gotta showcase them correctly. And I'm doing the 1.14 update video, like a full update of every... I almost jumped on stuff again. Is auto jump on? No, it's just me being an idiot. This is the other type of small farm design, by the way, which I'm not sure... There might be multiple different things here. Let me just middle click on everything. Like a complete nincompoop. Okay, they're all wheat. Okay, this right here is the Fisher's Cottage. You can tell by the barrels. You go in here. Oh, the barrels. Does not appear to have any loot chests. Kind of sad. Actually, speaking of loot chests, you're the blacksmith, basically the weaponsmith, and that had a loot chest in that... No. Also, I like this hole in the roof. That's pretty cool, in my opinion. Anyway, here we go. This is the Fletchers. As you can tell, it's got the fletching table here. It's got another door leading up to this tower thing. Well, now, what's the point of this? Someone tell me. It's just a ladder to nowhere. You gotta be polite. Close doors behind you, even though there's no villagers in them. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and synthetically build a village using the structure blocks and whatnot. Like, I'll be like, oh, so that's where that comes off there. This is the large farm, which is awesome looking. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. I'm telling you. Anyway, in here we go. We got the library. This will get a cat. So many cats coming out. And this is a lectern. And that is a jigsaw block. But it's pretty nice. That's the library. It's pretty small. This right here is the masons. Ooh, it's got a glazed terracotta in there. That's nice. That is nice. And then over here we got the if I can get into it, I'll just do spectator mode because I'm cheap like that. And this is the last one's the mason. This is the medium house one, which has some wheat, some dead bushes for some reason, and a book. Okay. And this right here is the medium house 2, which has stairs up to a second floor, which isn't connected to the first floor. You get some emeralds, you got some bread, you got some cacti, which is nice. And then there's this room, which we're going to have to figure out. Okay, that works. And then this room is basically nothing, except it's got a ladder up to here, which leads out onto a balcony. That's a nice little, it's a nice cozy little thing. And then here we got a shepherd house, like without the H. This is the other example of where they accidentally put the same structure in twice. Like, look at that. It's the same thing here. And over here, it's that exact same thing. Exact same thing both times. Like, look at this. It's the exact same thing. And this one, and the first of the two came out as shepherd, S-H-E-P-E-R-D, which is a misspelling because the real spelling has an H right after the P. It's like shepherd, like you're herding sheep. That's how it's meant to be, you know? And then these are the small houses. 8 of them again. This right here, just a basic small house with some stairs. Don't do that again. This is a nice small house. It's got some chisel sense. It's got some carpet. That's pretty nice. This one, for some strange reason, has the entrance on the side. And then it's small. If I do say so myself, this is tiny. They weren't lying when they said these were small houses. This guy right here got a loot chest, got some bread, got a piece of clay, got some more dead bushes. We got some cactus green, so it's like they cooked up that cactus. This right here is another small house, and I'm just gonna... There's a crafting table in there. And it doesn't appear to be anything else in there. It does have a nice roof. Then this... I think this is still a tall house. A small house. They overdid it. Like, your footprint's small, but, I don't count this as small. So, like, there's no room to live here. The staircase is taking up the entire space. Like, okay, what is... Like, that is the floor. Although, I'm not gonna say no to this loot chest. Whew, that's a lot of wheat. Some more green dye and some clay. More clay. So, apparently clay is the thing you get in these loot chests in the desert village. Anyway, in here, you see we got... I think this might be the tannery, or maybe that's the tannery, and that is the... just another small house. Let's me count up the small houses we've gone through so far. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that's the tannery. This is another small house. So these are more small houses. And this one has a crafting table in it. This one... Those are sea pickles. This is as bad as... This is a desert. Yeah. How do you get sea pickles in the desert? I am confused. Anyway, this right here is the tannery. The leather worker's shop. Can't get in through there. This is a weird thing. Okay, so we can get in through... Wow. It's got these weird columns in this little porch zone. And then you go in here. It's got the cauldron here. You go up here and you got this deck. It's the tannery. It's nice. This is the first temple. It's got the brewing stand because, of course, it has a brewing stand. Oh wow, that is actually a really good chest, loot chest. It's got some redstone, got some rotted flesh, which is meh. Got some lapis, and we got some more bread, because of course there's more bread. Anyway, so this is a pretty nice thing with this glazed terracotta thing in the middle. Like it's like worship the sun, which makes sense since like Egypt is like a desert thing. So I think, yeah, Egypt type thing, and then worship this like there's the sun god in ancient Egypt type stuff, and I think. Oh, the time periods for this is all whack. And then this is a different color to glazed terracotta. Except I don't think, does not appear to have a loot chest anywhere in this temple. This is the second temple. This right here is not a temple. This is a toolsmith. Which is a pretty funky building. It's got like 2 separate rooms, which are like separate. And there's a bunch of sticks. More bread, because bread is everywhere. Some, iron ingots, and an iron shovel. Which, yeah, acquire hardware, it says. And then here we got, well, Cupfan would like this. You know, Cupfan, he's on Hermitcraft server. He'd like this room. Man. Oh, man. But yeah, that's a really nice one. And then this here is the, blacksmith all over again, except this time, oh, it's an updated version of it, so it's a slightly different version. The other one did not have a loot chest. This one does. It also has a, what do you call that? Grindstone. So it's an updated version. It's got iron boots, iron swords, and saplings, kind of like how blacksmiths used to always have saplings for some reason. And these are more roads, like just turn. These are the corners. These are crossroads. Here, this is a T, and this one. I like the terracotta in the corners on this crossroad here. That's nice. And then this is a square. And then for some strange reason, these straight roads, this is the amount of space it needs. I don't know. Like, there's nothing that generates here. And then there's that. And then there's this tiny-ass thing. And then there's this, which is a dead bush there. And then this generates all the way over here. And then there's this tiny thing. I don't even know. And then these are that's the turn, which is actually turning, unlike in the Plains one. This right here, these are the Terminators, because Arnold, he's here as well. These are the meeting points. There are, if I flip this over so I can actually see how many meeting points there are 3 meeting points. So there's bells, which still aren't giving me a noise when I do them. This is nice. You get cats in these. And then you got more of the white glazed terracotta, which I like the white glazed terracotta. It's actually a texture that's really nice. Look at these. Cats. Decorations. Cats and decorations all over this place. And then this here is a, that is a lamppost. Which is, that's the, lamppost in the desert village, which we saw in the previous video, the snapshot video, like the snapshot, like, oh, the snapshots are out video, which, yeah, we saw that when we looked at the desert village, but that, yeah, that's a, blah, blah, blah. That is a desert lamppost, which I honestly really like. It's just, and this will replace with cut sandstone, so it's cut sandstone, and then terracotta on top, and with a torch. And so, it's just, it's a cute little design. I like it. It's very basic. And you see there's another example of it being right there. It's nice. And then you got these flower pots with cacti and dead bushes. It's like overkill here. And it's like, well, you gotta decorate somehow. And like, apparently they got a ton of clay. I don't know where they got the clay from, though. Because, like, clay isn't a thing that generates in deserts frequently. You know? It doesn't. It's mesas. Mesas is where you get all the terracotta, and rivers and swamps are where you get all the clay. Also, you get them at the bottom of oceans, I think. So, yeah. Enter Savannah! Savannah time, baby. Okay, let's get into this. Here we go. We got all the villagers. We got the farmer. I honestly really like the Savannah villagers. Like, they're my favorite looking of all of them. The farmer, the Fletcher. We got the fisherman. It looks like they're wearing, like, a turtleneck or something. It's kind of cute. There's a shepherd. I really like this. This guy is a butcher. He looks like he's ready to do his stuff. There's a leather worker. That's a weaponsmith. That's a toolsmith. This guy right here is an armorer. This is the mason. As you can tell, no trading options. Librarian, cartographer, there's a cleric, and then that's the nitwit. Basically. Actually, the cleric might become more useful with this. Potentially, maybe. I don't know. I've never really found much use for cartographers are still going to be useless, I think. Now, there's 3 different animal pens. There's this one, which I like. That's an animal that will go there. This right here, I think that will be... That's a cat one. This will replace itself with an acacia fence gate, which I think they should fix the state for this. This thing isn't telling it a specific state to turn into. That right there is the... for just any animal... That is a decoration. That's just animals. And this right here is a cat. So, you know, good stuff. Good stuff right there. This is another animal pen. Just a couple of animals, I think. No, animal and decoration. That'll be the fence. See, that's just a fence. That's going to turn into there. That's hilarious. Okay. And then this right here is the armor. As you can see, it's got a torch on top of that, which makes sense. So it's got the orange glazed terracotta, which is a really nice color of terracotta, if I do say so myself, but there's nothing really interesting inside it. This is the first of the 2 butcher shops. It's got, again, this counter. It's got the smoker. It's got the animals pen out back. This is the second butcher's shop, which is a little bit more interesting. It's raised up on stilts. You go in here, and I like this. It's got some wheat, it's got some raw mutton, and some raw pork chops. Makes sense, it's a butcher's. And some coal, because, I mean, it's butcher's, right? And you go out here, and you go here, and it's got a smoker right here. And then down there, you got, of course, an animal of some sort. And it's got this staircase, too. This is a nice building. This right here, this is a cartographer's house, which is nice. It's raised on stilts, which is cool. And here you see you got the cartography table and you got a chest. Paper, makes sense, cartographers, and you got sapling and some got bread. It's a nice one. And then this is the fisher's cottage. Again, I don't think the barrels will be given loot tables. It'd be pretty cool if the barrels got loot tables, am I right? But, barrels, no loot tables. Up here, it's barely nothing. Like, this is what the fisherman has to live in. So cramped. So cramped. I feel sorry for them fishermen. And then down here, we got the Fletcher's house. Which, that's not the door. The door's over here. Actually, there's like 2 doors, I think. Like, there's one there and one there. I really like these acacia doors. Like, they're nice. And you got the fletching table. There's no chest. It's got this nice front lawn, though, which is pretty cool. This is Large Farm 1. Pretty cool. This is Large Farm 2, where I had to use barriers to hold back this water here. This is the library, as you can tell by the bookshelves and the lectern. There's not much in the library. This here, though, this is the mason's place. Stone cutter, you got some clay, some bread. I'm just going to steal his lunch. I mean, he's not here. These are just demonstration buildings. This is the, apparently, Medium House 1, which, this is a pretty small house, but here's the thing. Oh, grass. Now you don't need to get shears to get grass anymore. Wow. Cool. It's no longer shear necessary. But it's got this nice fenced-in outdoors area, which I think is really nice. And then there's this. This is the acacia wood, as it's called. Yeah, it's acacia wood, not the bark block. As you can see, it's got a torch on top of it. Quite nice. Quite nice indeed. And then here you go. You got the Medium House 2, which has got... Hang on a second. It's got this room. Okay? But here's the thing. It's not connected to this room. What? And then you got more bread. You got some wheat seeds. You got acacia saplings. You got some grass. And you got tall grass, too. So, I mean, go for it. Grass. This is the shepherd's place, which we're going to have to go in through the back because the front door is blocked with that thing. It's got a loom. gonna throw down a couple... No, a sheep and a tree. Nice. And then this is the small farm, which everything else has had indexes, like numbers after it, even if there's only one of them. Like, that's shepherd _1, even though it's only the only shepherd. This is just small farm. There's no 1 after it. It's got a melon, though, with some stalks here. They might all be melons. They might not be all melons, though. They might be pumpkins. No, I just middle-clicked on the farmland. Okay, it would seem like we've got nothing but melons here. Okay, this right here is the... Small house 1. Yeah. These aren't ever particularly interesting. This is small house 2. Got a chest in it with some bread, some seeds, and an acacia sapling. It's okay. I'll take it if I run across it. This is the orange one. Kind of boring. Moving on. This right here is another small house. It's a slightly larger small house, but it's still small. As you can see, it's got some loot chest. This is, so that was the first 4. This is small house 5, which has got some... Ooh, this is a nice looking one. Run around to the door all the way over here. Man. And there's nothing interesting in here. And then this one, gotta spectate ourselves into it. Nothing. This one has got us a loot chest with some bread and a couple of emeralds and a ton of wheat seeds. Ooh, boy. So that was... And this is small house 8, I do believe, which is boring. Moving on. This right here is the tannery, which for some strange reason is facing that way. I don't know. But it's got me some leather boots, which is nice because I got a full set and an extra pair of leggings from the village, from the Plains village, so I get boots from this village. Not bad. This is obviously Temple 1. You got the brewing stand in there. And then over here we got Temple 2. It's got a brewing stand in it as well if we look through the window. Yeah, you can see no loot chests, though. No loot chests in either of those. Which is kind of sad. I want loot chests. This right here is the 3-doored toolsmith building with 3 doors. And then there's 2 different weaponsmith buildings, which is kind of neat. This one's got a nice little front yard thing. It's not a gate. Okay, you got the grindstone. This is a tiny weaponsmith. And then you got the mother of all weaponsmiths. You got some lava. You got some grindstone. Of course, you have to have all this stone up around the lava, otherwise the thing will catch fire. And then in here, you got grindstone hanging off of here. That's 2 grindstones. You keep and count 2 grindstones. And then you got an iron helmet. You got oak saplings. You got some bread. You got some golden ingots. And you got some apples. So, like, this was a pretty decent one, if I might do say so myself. And here are the streets. But I have a funny story to tell you. So you got corner 1 and corner 3. There's no corner 2. And you got crossroad 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, that is crossing. That's 1 road there, and that's more roads here. And it's got some farms on it, which is nice. And then this is split, which is like the road splitting off in 2 different directions. That's 1, that's 2. That's fine. And then we get to this. This is straight 2. This is straight 4. This is straight 5. This is straight 6. This is straight 8. This is straight 9. And this is straight 10. And this is straight 11, which has this coming off of it. Note something. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Sure. And then this is turn. And it's still called 1. And then this is the Terminator. Terminator 5. I don't know what's happened here. Something weird's happened here. But this is the Terminator. This is the Terminator. It's got decorations coming off of the edge here. It's got streets, and it's gonna put a house in there. It's got more decorations. So this right here is the town center, the meeting point 1. These, by the way, are numbered normally. So there's cats there. Probably more cats, yeah. Yeah, there's some cats jumping around our town centers. More bells, which still don't ring for some reason. I wonder if they're ringing for anyone else, and I'm just, like, doing something wrong. This is a really nice one. I like this. Anyway, and then this is a nice little... So these are all the meeting points, and then there's the lamppost. That is fantastic. That is a lamppost. That is a lamppost. Also, any cats around here? There's a cat. There's a cat. So yeah, you're gonna get cats. And cats are great. I love cats. But this right here, that is literally just a lamppost. It's just a fence post with a torch on it. Like, I can build this. Watch this. I'm gonna grab these 2 blocks and I'm just gonna build it right now. Boom. Boom. I'm just messing around. I mean, it's basic, but it works well with the building style these other things have been going for. So now, I guess, let's see. We got 2 more left. We got the taiga and we got the tundra. Let's go taiga. So now we are in the taiga. As you can plainly see, this is a taiga. And we have more villagers, more unique looking villagers. I do like how these guys look. There's a farmer, there's a Fletcher, there's a fisherman, we got the shepherd, we got the butcher, we got the leather worker, we got the weaponsmith, the toolsmith, the armorer, we got the mason, still no trades, doesn't matter which biome they're from, there's still no trades. Although, I wonder if they'll have biome-specific trades. That would be interesting. This is a librarian. He's all nice. He's got glasses, too. I just noticed. Oh, man, that's cool. This is the cartographer again. We got the cleric, and we got Nitwit. Then, there's only one animal pen, which is this one. It's only going to ever give you one animal. Kind of sad. Then here we got a... This is interesting. We got Armorer 2. Then we got Armorer House 1. And Armorer House 2. And Armorer 2 and Armorer House 2 are basically, except those went missing, and those are there now. Except there's no grass blocks there, and in these sort of spots, and this one has jigsaw blocks and this doesn't. So I'm confused as to what's actually going on. Meanwhile, on the inside, we have 2 blast furnaces. This is the building one, which is pretty cool looking building, in my opinion. This right here is the butcher's shop, which apparently you enter in through this way. It's got whatever's going on here, as well as a smoker, and out here gives you an animal. And then here, this is the cartographer's house, which got this really low ceiling with a nice cartography table. You go up this ladder, and you got a loot chest with 3 empty maps. I mean, it saves 12 iron and 3 redstone, so that's not that bad. And this is decoration 1. I honestly have no idea what even is the point of this. Yeah. Moving on. This is the fishing house here. This is the front. Well, something tells me something got screwed up here. This, it's very wet in here. It's very wet. Like, I imagine it's supposed to be wet out here, but in here, it's... Holy cow, it's wet. Oh, a cat goes there. That was interesting. This is the Fletcher's house. In here, you can see we got the fletching table. We got purple tables. That's nice. And here we got flint, sticks, and feathers. Looks like you can make 8 arrows because you're missing 1 flint. You're missing 1 piece of flint. Otherwise, you would have made 8 arrows. 12. If you weren't missing that 1 piece of flint, you would make 12 arrows. This is the... Oh, this is the lamppost here. This is, by the way, supposed to turn into a cobblestone block, as you can see. And, yeah, it's got a torch on top of it. It's a very basic lamppost. Like, you want me to go in here and build it? For some strange reason, these 2 walls are in here, but all the other walls are in here. Just gonna point that out for anyone curious about that. So, want me to build that? Want me to build that? Okay, here you go. Boom. That's what it will actually look like when it generates. By the way, this lamppost isn't supposed to be here. Nor is that decoration, I'm thinking. And then these are the large farms. It looks like there's a path that goes through the middle of it. And there's pumpkins. That's nice. So it's pumpkins, not melons, because the other ones were melons. This right here is large farm 2. It's not bad. And then here we got something I gotta find the entrance to. Where is the entrance? Did they forget to add it? Oh, no, here it is. This is the library. It's actually a pretty nice looking little library, to be honest. It's got windows. It's got a lectern. It's got a bench there. This is cozy. I like it. And then here we have the mason's house. Got a potted... What is that? Spruce sapling. A potted spruce sapling. We got a stone cutter. Oh, I thought that was going to an upstairs area. I'm an idiot who forgot that the roof was this low on it. Yeah. That's interesting. I suppose we'll get to that when we get to it through the normal way. So, this is a staircase which has a jigsaw block up there. And then this will go up to the top here. This is the medium house 1. So, it's cool. It's got this kind of staircase leading up to this interesting spot. And then you go in here, and then it leads down into this kind of underground earthen thing with potatoes, some spruce logs, some bread, and some berries. That's the new stuff. The berries. This is medium house 2, which, it's got 2 doors. You got 2 front doors. Also, is there a way to get to the 2nd floor here? They may have forgotten to add a way into this. Oh wait, there's a door here. The door leads out to balcony, which stairs. There's stairs at the side here. Sometimes I can be a real idiot. Okay, and in here we got some spruce logs and a large fern. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's nice. It's nice. So in the van we had grass, and in here we have ferns. And then in here we got some spruce saplings, a ton of bread, more berries. I have a feeling when they add more different types of berries, they'll add more stuff. Now this is I think this is medium house 3. This, by the way, is meeting point 1 for some reason here. And then we got the same problem we had with Desert Shepherd without an H over here with, it's got no jigsaw blocks attached to it. And then we have Shepherd's house with jigsaw blocks attached. You know, it's going to put a sheep there. And then here we have the small house 1, which will give us a village. Okay, it'll give us a villager right there. That's nice. That is nice. And then here we have the second small house. There's only 5 small houses. The other ones had 8. This one only has 2. So, yeah. Here's a loot chest in the 3rd type, which has some more potatoes, more bread, more logs, and more spruce saplings. I like that one. That was a nice one. And then here we have, I think this is, yeah, that was 1, 2, 3. This is small house 4, which, how do I get in? Break the wall. Screw it. Okay, nothing interesting in there. Why did I do that? That was rude. And then here we got another small house 5, with another loot chest. So, go to Taiga. It's really likely you're going to get a loot chest. And there's a fern. Of course, the loot chest isn't really that valuable, but it's thought that counts. And then here, this is the tannery. With would be, if full set, if one of the armor pieces wasn't duplicated. It just had four different ones rather than four, where two of them are different ones and the other two are the same as each other. And this is the temple. Now, there's only one temple in the taiga, and it's a nice one. It's a really nice one. I honestly, looking at this, it's pretty cool. It's a cute little church. I like it. And then here we got a toolsmith. It's the only toolsmith. Okay. With two front doors. We got iron ingots, some sticks, and some bread. And then we got a smithing table there. And then we got two front doors. Because why not? And here we have weapon underscore smith 1, because normally the weapon smiths are named without an underscore in it, and that's important because this is the exact same thing as this. Interestingly enough, this is not a second floor, it's just a really tall. It's just really tall. This, on the other hand, has stuff, and it has 7 obsidian. I'm okay. I will take well, how much was it again? 7 obsidian. I will take 7 obsidian. That is really nice. This is the outdoors weaponsmith, which I think looks nice. And then here we have corners 1, 2, and 3. There's actually 3, although the third one is tiny. Then we have crossroads 1 through 6. There's 6 of them. They're kind of basic stuff. Then we have straight 1, which is over here, and then these 5 are these 4 are straights, and then this one is kind of a janky straight, and that's turn, just okay. And then there's no terminators for this, by the way, which is strange. They don't have those this time around. And then this is meeting point 1, which seems to be the same as meeting point 1 we saw back in the houses section, except this one has jigsaw blocks all over it, which means it's going to give us kitty cats. And then this is a well. A nice well. That's a really nice well. Oh, it's got mossy cobblestone down there. That is some nice stuff. And then there's the decorations. By the way, if you're wondering how I managed to keep that as a grass block while under a barrier block, I just did slash set block after I put the barrier block in. That's supposed to be a grass path there. And then all this, for some strange reason, I don't think these trapdoors were meant to be waterlogged. That's my thinking here. And then that's decoration 1. That's 2, 3, and 4. These decorations are kind of eh. And then the lamppost again, except I gotta stop middle clicking on jigsaw block, which is for some strange reason like that. But yeah, it's got more block state stuff for the cobblestone wall underneath it. So we got one more. It's the snowy tundra, and that's the last one to do. Okay, I screwed up a little bit. We're just gonna... Now that we've gone over all the buildings, we're going to have to explain the villagers because I discovered that the name we're supposed to use is just snow, not snowy, not snowy tundra. Honestly, just make it the same as the damn biome. Whatever. So yeah. Also, yeah, farmer, Fletcher, fisherman, shepherd. I like your hat, shepherd. Bro, it's cool. That's a butcher. There's a leather worker. He looks great. That's a weaponsmith. That's another toolsmith. That's an armorer. He looks pretty cool. There's the mason. Nothing. A librarian. A cartographer. He's got his monocle. I like it. There's our cleric. And this is the nitwit. Basically, the useless guy. Alright, but there's still some more. Okay. This group has no buildings, no actual village yet. But these are the jungle villagers. So here we got a farmer. I really like his outfit. It's freaking crazy, and I love it so much. This is our Fletcher. Let's get the same hat. There's our fisherman. I mean, yeah, that's the fisherman, and that's the shepherd. He looks great. This is the butcher. And, of course, we've also got a leather worker and weaponsmith. Still that same eye patch. Pretty awesome, that eye patch. I want that eye patch. This is our toolsmith. And that's our armorer. Here's our mason again. Still no trades. Can't wait until the mason gets trades, because that's going to be fun. This is the librarian. He looks pretty awesome. That's the cartographer. He looks pretty cool. I like that monocle. I want. But and then there's the cleric, and of course the nitwit, Mr. Useless. Okay, and then there's one last little thing. And lastly, we have the swamp. That's our farmer. He's honestly, this purple is kind of cool. I was watching a Zoomovoids video, which is how I found out these existed, so I could just quickly do this in my video, and he apparently thought the purple ones were for the jungle. I'm looking at them like, oh, those purple ones look like they're swampy, and the other ones look like they're jungly. But he thought these ones were for the jungle, and the jungle ones were for the swamp, which is kind of hilarious. This right here, it's a fisherman. We got Mr. Shepherd over here, and then we got a butcher. These guys' bandana mixed with that. That looks pretty awesome, actually. This is our leather worker. Here's our weaponsmith. Still that nice eye patch, let me tell you. This is a toolsmith, and that's the armorer. There's the mason, no trades. This guy does have trades, this guy doesn't have trades. And then this guy, librarian, look at him. That same old hat. There's our cartographer with his little monocle. I love that, it's so cool. There's a cleric right here, and then lastly we got another nitwit. Because there's just always gonna be nitwits. They don't do anything. They're useless. Go die. I actually don't. I love you. Hang on. There you go. That's better, right? So anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. If you liked it, please be sure to hit the like button, share it if you liked it, and subscribe for daily content. And be sure to have a lovely day. Be sure to have a lovely day. Bye bye. And I still don't have a shield.